Hi, I'm Jefrë, and you're watching Global Pinoy Unlimited. Hi, my name is Jefre Figueras Manuel. People know me as Jefre the artist, a public artist that creates these large-scale works around the world. I did start in the medical field like all our Filipino parents wanted us to be, but decided to go into architecture and design. I did have a passion of art and sculpture, which I studied at the Art Institute of Chicago. The big sort of moment in my life is in 2008. I had a heart attack, triple bypass surgery, and that's when I decided to change my life and direction, cash out my 401k, and I did art competitions. And in my first year of art competitions, I won. I was a finalist on 12. You hope to win one. I won 8 in my first year as a public artist. I really wanted to go towards this idea of creating these icons around the world that would not only leave a mark in terms of the world, but actually leave a legacy. A lot of artists, a lot of creatives love doing it as a hobby, but can't find how to sustain a living. In terms of my reaction with my family, I think obviously they wanted me to be happy in terms of after that life incident. The typical process, though, is going through art school, doing art shows, doing museum exhibits, solo exhibits, and then doing giant sculptures. I kind of went the opposite. These competitions that we're doing, it was me creating these giant icons around the world, and then the art world actually taking notice of what I'm doing as a public artist. As a public artist, I was trying to create one-of-a-kind pieces of art that was about the city and the people that they inhabited. Whereas my studio work really is about me and sort of my evolution as an artist and things that I learned from these different cities, such as these works that you see here called the box series and these heads, which are really metaphors for buildings that when you put them all in a skyline together or put them on a horizon line together, they create this amazing skyline of all these emotions, what I think make a great city. And as I started coming back to the Philippines, I kept wondering, what is our landmark? I really wanted to figure out how to put us on that map, how to put us on the world map that would be comparable to things like the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the Arc de Triomphe. Article in the New York Times that actually got a call from several developers in the Philippines, and they asked me to be part of that to create landmarks for each of their projects, and that's how I got involved coming back home. The one thing I learned about going back home to the Philippines is that there are so many amazing, talented artists there. To allow them to have that same opportunity has really been a mission of mine. I was fortunate to be the first Filipino American to have a solo exhibit in a US museum. There have been many Filipinos who have had pieces or group shows, but not to have a solo exhibit at the scale I have. Sometimes I believe that that last moment or opportunity might be my last one. So I always give it 110, 200, 300%. Here at the LA Art Box was another opportunity, but this LA Art Box is 2,000 square feet. It was just amazing how people embrace art and want to be part of art and make it part of their livelihood. The mirror reflection of these images and figures are really about having not only Filipinos, but everybody be reflected within. I did this giant installation related to rice. 10,000 pounds of white and brown rice in the shaped in the US flag that looked like ocean waves. And then carried on to this exhibit where I have this exhibit that's called Branded, that talks about this idea of consumerism and what is the American dream, and the fact that a lot of Filipinos or Asians in general come over here and kind of have this exposure to all these brands that they never had back in the third world country. So I just want people to remind them that just to stay humble and stay within your means. Hate in general should just be abolished altogether, right? A lot of the work that I'm looking at doing, possibly in the future, talks about this idea of community and togetherness and inclusiveness. My advice for my fellow artists is really just to stay creative. Not only stay creative, but understand what other people are doing in your field, but also other people in other creative industries. We're all in that same industry of influencing and creating emotion. I look forward to being sort of an ambassador to help bring more Filipinos here to the US to kind of be part of this creative process.